Meta is not known for its powers of imagination. It knows how to make money from one thing: ads. So if you're wondering how they will monetize the metaverse, the answer is ads, obviously, but even creepier ones. Biometric ads, in fact, which track things like pupil dilation and heart rate to improve the ads we see. It's all about data, of course, and those VR headsets are full of cameras and sensors. Just think of the data we will create in the metaverse. Now, I'll start with a caveat. Patents aren't products, I know, but they do suggest a direction of travel. So I took a look at a few to see what Meta's up to. A number of the recent patents relate to the creation of more lifelike avatars. This one, for example, will track the user's real-life facial and body movements through varied wearable equipment. The patented technology includes a magnetic sensor system that is worn around the user's torso. I imagine they wanted this to look quite cool, but it reminds me of the Muppets Go Medieval in The Simpsons. Or maybe it's a little more Don Quixote. Meta has also patented a photo analyzer that can replicate skin textures on avatars. And they want to build out a social graph for the metaverse to allow people to access normal social media features in there, a little bit like Facebook. But what I really want to know is, what exactly has Elizabeth seen, and how can I avoid seeing it? Meta is of course focused on eye tracking as a way to understand user interests and intent. It could then adapt content or ads based on these interactions. One patent related to a mechanical eyeball paired to the user's real eyeball. It would exist in a robot head and everything. They say it would be indistinguishable to observers, but I reckon I could tell the difference. This eyeball would then use machine learning to adapt and improve over time. The resulting knowledge would help Meta understand a lot more about human sight, all the better to interpret our eye data from those headsets. Meta has also looked into using robot replicas to understand our other senses, including this robot hand that would start to understand touch. This might all seem fanciful, and it's true that it may never see the light of day, but these are not new ideas. Meta's share price is tanking because its dependence on cookie-based tracking has become a weakness. It can no longer follow people's activities when they leave the Facebook platforms on Apple mobile devices. All of the big tech companies are trying to capture more of their own data so that they can continue to personalize services and ads. They all want to keep people in their own orbits, and a whole metaverse seems like a surefire way to do it. This image shows the most popular websites in the world based on web traffic. We can expect all of those planet-shaped objects to grow as the cookie clampdown continues and they scramble to gather more of our data. Now, Facebook has said to the Financial Times, "You're not selling eye tracking data to advertisers, but in order to understand whether people engage with an advertisement or not, you need to be able to use data to know." But it's not just Meta. Google filed a similar patent about a decade ago containing this smug character looking at an ad for a rib shack. I think he likes it. That patent said Google would track blink rate, pupil dilation, heart rate, and a load of other biometrics. The technology was unclear, but the intention certainly wasn't. And Amazon even considered launching a version of the Echo device that would understand customers' emotions and then adapt its ads. And in another very creepy patent, Amazon looked at an Echo device that would infer our physical state from our tone of voice. In this one, Alexa answers the question she thinks the user should have asked, not the one she actually did ask. Meta's new patents are similar to the ones that we saw way back in the 2010s. The only difference is they might now have the technology to make this a reality.